Class back in session at Colchester Elementary Tuesday morning as students poured out of school buses and into the building. This was not the scene on Monday when the school was forced to close.
On Saturday, we had a clinic that was part of Chatham Healthcare Health District where about 150 of our staff members were vaccinated with the Johnson & Johnson vaccination. And then on Sunday, we started to hear from building administrators that more and more teachers and staff were calling in sick.
Superintendent Jeffrey Burt says 17 staff members at Colchester Elementary called out Monday, experiencing mild to moderate side effects. It was a number that could not be covered by substitutes.
35 across the district. Obviously, spread out across the other schools. We were able to keep them open, but it was difficult.
Governor Lamont's office also addressing the Colchester Elementary closure.
That clinic from Saturday, there were a total of 6 school districts that participated there. I think 700 educators were vaccinated. It seems like only Colchester had a handful of people call out sick and enough to impact that elementary school.
Infectious disease physician David Bannock says side effects from the COVID-19 vaccine like injection site soreness, fatigue, and aches can be expected within 12 to 48 hours after getting the shot.
That's really just a reflection of the body revving up that immune system, cranking out those T cells and antibodies.
And that's true of all 3 approved vaccines.
The phase 3 clinical trials showed very similar rates of the different side effects amongst the 3 vaccines.
Colchester First Selectman Mary Bylone says this incident should not discourage anyone from getting vaccinated.
Very proud of the response in my community of Colchester. Over 75 group, we're way over 90% of our residents have been vaccinated.
The Chatham Health District is set to host another vaccine clinic for educators this coming Friday. And Superintendent Burt assures parents that the school district will be better prepared this time around. Reporting in Colchester, Angelo Bavaro, Fox 61 News.